washed split black gram dal, which is going to be a dry sort of a dal. It's not going to be runny. So for this, I'm going to use, this is washed split black gram, and I soaked it. So you need to soak it for at least, I would say, half an hour to 40 minutes before you cook it. And I'm going to boil this. So what we do is let's turn the thing on, gas on, and I'm going to put water. Now you don't need to put much water in it. So just this much water I'm going to put, which just a little bit above the dal, as you can see. And if we need more water, we can add more water later on. So for that, I'm going to put salt to taste. So let's say roughly I would say 3 teaspoons of salt, and 1.5 teaspoon of chili flakes, same 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder, and I'm putting 1.5 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now we'll wait for this thing to boil, and after that, to saute this dal, that's onion. So I have chopped 1 onion, 1 medium-sized tomato, chopped tomato, chopped fresh ginger, chopped fresh garlic, chopped green chilies, and coriander to garnish. Then I'm going to use cumin seeds, garam masala, which is at the end when we saute the dal. So this has to boil, and we are going to wait for this dal to boil. And while that's happening, I'm going to talk to you today. Our herb is fennel. So this fennel plant is very aromatic, and the seeds smell like anise. It's very popular in Mediterranean and Indian region. Indian used fennel seeds in vegetarian cooking, in breath freshening pans, and candied to chew as a digestive aid at the end of the meal. In Europe, fennel is a traditional seasoning for fish, and it flavors pickles for cucumbers and herring. Fennel seeds were used in medicines for shortness of breath and for wheezing. So which is very like new thing, probably I'm also learning today, that it's been fennel seeds were used in medicines for shortness of breath and for wheezing. Fennel was also believed to help cure stomach complaints and toothache. So which is very, very informative again. So now what we have to do is we have to wait for this dal to boil, and then we can proceed further. So, or what we can do is while it's boiling, we can actually start doing the saute for the dal. So let's turn the thing on, frying pan. We put again 3 tablespoons of oil in it. So while it's heating up, I'm going to remind you guys, like if you really like any recipes, if you want to know any recipes, feel free to call us or send us an email, and we will try to fulfill your query. And if you have any recipes, send us your recipe, share your recipe with us, and we will definitely put your recipe or whatever you give us on our program. And try these recipes as well, and let us know how you like these recipes. So now, let me see, oil is hot, not yet, we'll just wait a little bit more. As you see, dal is beginning to boil. Now for this one, we have to make sure that onions are golden brown. So we really have to cook it until they become golden brown. And one more thing I would say that these dishes, whatever we cook over here on this program, you can either serve them with roti or bread or rice or whatever you like. So these dishes will go with anything and everything. So I prefer rice with a bit of a gravy and stuff like that, but if it's dry, I like it with roti. So as you can see, dal is also boiling now. So we have to wait until all the water is gone. So as I told you, if you really want to share any recipe of yours, please send us an email to desiduniyanetwork@gmail.com. desiduniyanetwork@gmail.com. So please send us an email, your recipe. Now as you can see, your onions are getting a little bit golden now. So at this stage, I'm going to add ginger, chopped ginger. You can take like 1-inch piece and around 4 cloves of garlic. As I said, fresh ginger and garlic is really very aromatic, and you can actually smell the aroma from these herbs. And at this point, I'm going to add my chopped green chilies as well. So we have to stir this one as well so it doesn't burn. As you can see now, it's turning into more golden brown, the onions. And now I'm going to add tomatoes. Now at this stage, I need to add a bit of more salt. So I would say probably 1.5 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. And then this is garam masala, maybe 1.5 teaspoon of garam masala. And one more thing I would like to say, whatever you use in the kitchen, any vegetables, any herbs, anything, if they're fresh, please wash them. And wash your hands as well before you touch any food or before you start cooking. So which is very, very important to wash each and every, your meat, your lentils, your vegetables, your herbs, anything you use, please wash it. It's very important. I'm doing this just to break any tomato pieces in it. So as you can see now, all the water is gone. And I'm going to turn the off. And now we put this masala on top. And then we just toss it. And this dal is all ready. And then we garnish that with coriander.